So I will welcome everyone today on behalf of Connected Beings. I am representing Connected Beings as a founder member and the CEO of the company. And we have started this wellness series. Wellness series is all about how well you can be. And I think it's a very in topic these days to have a good well-being. And this is what we are looking forward for everyone, that how you can just have these tips in your life and can bring out that wellness and happiness in your life. And so again, I will just say that wellness means that your mind, body, your relationships, your health, your job, your finances, everything has to be in well-being. So for that well-beingness, I today topic is conscious parenting and how to handle no. So I will just say that it is easy to just say no, but how to say it effectively, it's, I think, the beauty of life that everybody has to learn. But just to say that this is for parenting, so let's stick to kids and parents, how we gonna do it. And I have our expert on the team. She is an amazing person. So she is Anubha, and she's been very well trained in all the aspects. Let me welcome her, then I will speak of all the good things about her, because she's such a genuine person and a beautiful soul. So let me just get in. Hey Anubha. Okay, I have to unmute you. Yes, welcome.
Hi, Aaira.
How are you?
I'm good, Aaira. How are you?
Excellent, amazing, and top of the world to have you.
Thank you so much for having me over for this conversation. I think it's a conversation we all would love having.
Yes, absolutely. So I will just, all the readers and all the viewers, sorry, I'll just tell you more about Anubha. Anubha is a master NLP and happiness and value coach. And she is not only coach, she is like what we say, pot, I am bad with it.
Studio Potter.
Studio pot. So it's like not my cup of tea. So it's like, but I love the pottery work because it's beautiful and it's amazing to have that, because it also helps in mindfulness, right, Anubha?
Right, right. In fact, I do a couple of things it related with mindfulness through pottery
Oh
because
yeah,
I think it's such a beautiful medium of art and so close to spirituality.
absolutely, absolutely. And he is a pranic healer also. So Anubha, high five.
Yeah, right.
So I'm a pranic healer, so I just started my journey with pranic healing, so I can very well correlate to it. And so she has been into also doing a lot of work, and for last 2 decades she was a corporate communication and content managing work that she was taking about. And in that all journey, Anubha, why you had a very set career, why did you in the world choose to be a parenting coach?
Like I always like to say and believe completely after I had my own child. So I started doing some freelance work after I had my child, although I was still into communications and content generation. So what happened was that, like I said, I believe that children are our awakeners if we allow them to be. They are so intelligent. They are the next generation in evolution. That's exactly why it's called, because they're actually more evolved. It's just that we don't see it. And if we really allow it, if we consciously see that, it brings about a beautiful shift in ourselves, as well as allows us to see our children for who they are really, sovereign beings and souls who have come through us. Remember that everybody quotes that poetry of Rumi on children, but how many of us do live it? If we start living it, it's such a paradigm shift. It's a beautiful journey, and so when my son turned into a teenager, like everyone else, I had also started blaming it on the hormones, and and I had just thought that uh, I wonder what happened to this guy who was like such a soft, being who used to listen to me all the time and do what I used to tell him to do, and now just suddenly what happened? So everything when he was coming into his own, that individuation journey of his, it seemed to me as if it was a rebellion, and we started having some conflicts around that and everything. And that's when, in one of those moments, I have been into pranic healing for a very long time, and I love the meditation, Ira, that we do of master chores. So and in meditation one needs to kind of step behind and see yourself as being in that dissociated state, and see yourself as a form from that formless state. So
Yeah.
in one of those conflicts, when something like this was happening and we were arguing, and I had actually started believing that he needs help. That's when I realized, in fact, I need help. How much I was projecting on him, how much I was raising him through my own patterns and beliefs, and so many other say. चश्मा लगा हुआ था किसी और ही चीज का. I was not seeing him for who he is. I was seeing him for who I wanted him to be.
Ah,
And that's when I began my own journey. And like they say, take one step and the path starts to open up. And that's where I was led into coaching. And I started it for myself. And when I tasted it and learned it, I thought, why not share it with everyone?
that is so amazing and beautiful. And actually, I will say, like, the topic that we choose for quarantine coaching is because we have suffered it, and we know how to fix it because we have fixed it. And then we are so, that now let's everybody can fix it. So let's tell everybody that you can also fix.
Yes, yes, that the potential is right there within us, man. I mean, so why suffer? Why? So it's also like a lot in parenting, right? Like we don't want our children to, and out of that love and good intentions, we somehow make them so dependent on us. So the beauty of coaching, though, I feel, is that as a coach, we are just partners in a relationship with the other person, and we allow them and help them seeing that there is so many possibilities and potential that is right there.
Yeah.
And I feel that if every parents like a coach, the entire the entire generation will have healed.
Definitely, I really vouch for it. I want to ask one thing, like in the messages, Benita just said that all parents are by default parenting coach to their children. So, if all parents are by default parenting coach to their children, then why do we need parenting coach?
So I don't know about default, and by default we have this whole innateness of I am enough in myself. But how many of us are capable of seeing that? We definitely mentor our children. We want to train them into becoming good beings and all of that. But when I say coaching, Ira, what I really mean is that understanding what they really truly want. And that may or may not be what you want. And that is actually where a lot of conflicts happen in the relationship. Like you want your child to be this, you want your child to be that. If we only ask them, that is when I think we become like a coach. So, coach is not like coaching them into becoming something. Coaching is just holding that space where they become. what they truly are born to become or what they truly want to become. So we kind of misunderstand the terminology sometimes. So having said that, yes, truly inside of all of us, we have the potential of being a coach. We only need a little nudge as to how to be that coach parent to our children. It is not default. It's a lot of learning. In fact, हम सोचते हैं और I think I heard in your episode one the same thing that you were saying, you know, that बच्चे तो पल जाते हैं. In fact, it is such a sacred responsibility that when you are starting your journey and when you've decided that you want to become a parent, your conscious understanding of how to become a conscious parent begins with that. It starts with the child in the womb. So we all become a parent, right? So this is another thing that I love to say, that we all become a parent because it's a biological thing. We all reproduce, we all procreate, and we become parents. But being a parent is different. That's a journey,
Yeah.
and and we and if we allow our children to become, like I said in the initial beginning of this session, that if we allow them to become the awakeners, in fact they are the ones who tell us how to coach them, how to raise them. It's only if we are ready to listen.
Absolutely. Anubha, I want to ask that as you said that you allowed the person, because I think many of the viewers don't understand what is coaching and what is training.
Yeah, right. So I think that's the
Help viewers to understand the difference between coaching and training, because it will come like कि हमें बच्चे कैसे पालने हैं अब आपसे सीखिएगा. Uh,
Right.
that's
So Ira, pata hai, this is one of the most challenging things in parenting कि हमें बच्चे कैसे पालने हैं, अब आपसे सीखना पड़ेगा, because it is such a possessive relationship. It is an intimate relationship. I've had parents like I went through that journey myself of what I'm talking. I had a parent who actually came in that, please kind of fix my child. My teenager has gone berserk. Okay, so I told her, like I was beginning to have a conversation with her, and I started to tell her how she needs to be also working on herself simultaneously if she wants to really see a permanent shift in the child. And she was so furious, like, this is exactly what I heard कि अब बच्चे कैसे पालने हैं, आपसे सीखना पड़ेगा, ये भी कोई सीखने की बात है. so so if we remove the word coaching and without getting into the technical details, अगर मैं conscious parenting भी हटा देती हूँ, मैं word coaching भी हटा देती हूँ, बहुत ही common parlance में मैं ये कहूँगी कि this is all about respectful parenting and common sense driven. It is driven with common sense and it is respectful parenting. All you need to do is see that child as an individual, not as your property. जब हम अपनी प्रॉपर्टी समझते हैं तभी हम ये सवाल भी तभी आता है कि now I'll have to learn parenting also. It is a passionate relationship, and trust me, all of the things that happen because we love them. It's got nothing to do with the parental intentions. Intentions are that the child needs to develop well, the child needs to be a good human being, but it just becomes very amazing when we are conscious what is it that we want, or if it is we are trying to live our life vicariously through our child, or are we allowing the child to bloom the way he wants to.
exactly. That's very true. Anubha, I really want to as our topic was that how to receive no and say no. So many of my viewers are curious that what no. You'll get to know. So you come on the episode. So help us that what exactly is this no word?
So see, I have, so let me say that when we when a child is born, okay, that's from that time, even when he is pre-verbal, when he has not even started to learn a language, we start pushing them with so much no's. So as a parent, I'll only talk about as a in terms of the parenting paradigm, and in parenting, it is all about raising ourselves. It is in a relationship with children, but it is about raising ourselves. It's not about training or raising our kids.
So I want to point out to all the viewers, parenting is about raising yourself, not the child. So
Yes.
get over with it if you're thinking that I have to raise the child, I have to do everything for the child. It's also about how you're going to develop yourself as a person. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. And once you raise yourself, the child you will realize that the entire relationship has shifted. The child will so beautifully become into a better human being, a conscious person, and a resilient one who you'd be, you not have to do any effort there then. You have to, but yes, all the effort is unto yourself. And what we do is we create all the effort, we do so much of things and whatever, and we exert ourselves by telling them what to do and telling them how to be, without understanding what is it that they want. They're always telling us. So getting on to that, saying no, Ira, we the minute child is born, we start with no's, right? We tell them, no, don't do this, no, don't do that. In all of that, when I was raising my own son, one day my mother-in-law pointed out, he was pre-verbal, like he'd not even started speaking, right? And she pointed out, how many times do I say no to him? And I really took that as a challenge, and I counted, and it was like more than 35 to 40 times that during the day I said no to him. Yeah. No, don't do this. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. So, that way, so no is a very easy word for the parents to say. However, it is the most difficult word for parents to receive. बच्चा अगर मना कर लेते तो हम कितने personal हो जाते हैं. We get like so personal. Oh God, like my God, how did he say no to the roti I made with so much of love? And we bring that aspect into everything. So what happens is that, and also we teach our children how to say no a lot. Like say no to this and say no to that as they are growing up, and it is very important that they learn that. So I'm not saying it's the same coin, okay? Yes and no are part of the same coin. No is important and yes is important, but when we raise our children by saying too much no, जहां हमें actual no बोलना होता है, उसकी power कम हो जाती है. So when we really want to say no, not this, we have lost the sacrosanct meaning of no at that time. So when you say no to children, give them choices. Of course you have to say no. It does not mean that you will always say yes to their demands or yes to their whatever. Just say no, understand what their unmet needs are. Connection before correction is what is required. Definitely you need to correct them also, but you have to connect with them first. Like in connected beings, you have to be connected with each other to really say no, not this, but you can do this. Like give them choices, be empathetic towards them. What is it that they are feeling so bad about if you are saying no? And and learn to accept that no when it comes from your child also. Don't go on selling them a particular idea. नहीं यही करना है, ऐसे ही होएगा. This is how I want. Sky blue ही होएगा. Color करो. Line के अंदर ही color करो. बैंगन का भरता ही खाओ because it is so good for your so I'm bringing the बैंगन का भरता because when my son used to say no to me, like ये बैंगन का भरता मैंने कितनी मेहनत से बनाया, खा लो. Without realizing that actually it is not a no to me as an individual, right? He is not saying no to his parents. He's not saying no, that means that I don't love you. He's just saying no to the thing that you're offering him, right? Like just take it like that and teach them like that. And how do you teach? You model it. When they realize that my mama is not affected by my nose or not taking it personally as a rejection of herself, they will also behave in the same manner. So if somebody from the outside will come and tell them no, not this project is not good, no this is not, they will not care. They will know that it's just a feedback. It's just a feedback system. It's got nothing to do with you as a person.
Yeah,
And that leads to resiliency, right? Resiliency is the side effect.
got one very nice point in this. So my mentor, he when I was, it's not only about the parenting, but when I have to hear no, it really used to turmoil me. So he explained me in a very nice way that no means next one.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
okay, not this, but next one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Someone. So yes, in our daily life, if you're going out marketing, or if you're talking to somebody or talking about a coaching package, it's okay. It's not a no. So I used to feel, oh my, how will I bring this topic up with my friend, who I feel that may benefit with my whatever it is that I am offering. It is my understanding. Maybe it's not her perspective. Maybe she doesn't even need it, but if she says no to me, I used to really cringe, sit with myself, and then not approach anybody else because I used to be so scared of a no. But like you're saying, now it just tells me, okay, next one, it's all right, it's okay. And if we bring this, in our parenting also, Ira, and start to take no from the child as a respect for their boundaries, as a respect for who they are or what they want to be, there you have the respectful relationship, conscious parenting, whatever it is that you want to call it. And the child will be feel seen.
Absolutely. So I think it is more of saying no or receiving no, but also giving an option. What next?
Absolutely.
The way you
Absolutely.
said that it's not only about the no, it's about
Yes.
giving the other options also, that
Absolutely.
what you can give to the child. Okay, I think you can phrase a statement in it that rather saying the no word also, how like, honey, that why not you do this? Like diverting the mind of the kid is like to something else. And I think the kids will start enjoying into something else then.
Yeah, I know also another thing, you're right. But diversion of mind I have seen happens for a very short time for children. They will come back to the same request. So the so like I like to say is that, see, both the things are equal. There is nothing positive or negative on this. Like you have to learn to say no, right? So how will you learn if you can't take a no? So just respect that right now it's a no, and children are more logical than we are. If
Ah,
you explain the logic to them behind this, for example, it's a tantrum coming up for a particular toy that a friend has. If you explain the logic why you cannot buy it right now, or why you would want to make this as a special thing for them and give it to them as a birthday gift, they will understand it. Or you just say it's not good for you, and I feel that maybe you can. So again, no has to come with a lot of connection and compassion.
and actually adding to it, that you said that it has to also add with the logic to explain the honesty that why this no is there.
Yeah, yeah. We at that time as parents, take the shortcut. हम authoritarian हो जाते हैं. We become authoritarians at that time because I said so. Why no? No, because no. No, because I said so, So the minute you start to notice that, this is the language that you're using in your parenting, it's a flag for you, red flag. Stop. And recalibrate. Tell them. They will understand. It's not like they don't understand. They understand a lot more than we give them credit for.
I will viewers to please quote it and understand it, that she said that red flag. So the statement that if you say this statement that because I say so, there is a red flag, right, Anubha?
Right.
So using your red flag, I will say start getting more conscious about it.
Yeah.
Because red flags are not so good.
They just mean stop. It's okay. It's a feedback. Ruko, thamba.
Absolutely. There is it's so important that of course some aspect of life we have to make the kids understand why no means. So even if we try and as a parent, not me, my kids are adults, like my age or more than my age. So my kids are adults.
I like more than my age.
I have like the most senior kid I have is like maybe 60. That's a different story. Let's not get there.
Yeah, we don't want to get into the biology of that.
Biology. But the fact that she added was understanding and giving a logic behind saying no. If you express this attitude to your kids, and kids learn from parents. And when kids learn the same attitude, that even when the kids are saying no to you, they can explain you the logic behind, isn't it? So
Absolutely, Ira.
it will become so clear and smooth in relationship. The relationship become more graceful. So
Absolutely.
and Anubha said it so well, so nicely. She explained it that it's important to accept gracefully.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Ira. Very well put. Tali, like you rightly said, Tali दोनों हाथों से ही बजती है. And relationship is between two. If it is between two equals, it is the most beautiful relationship.
Ah, so I'm coming to this only. What do you mean by equal?
What I mean by equal. So in my coaching space, without confusing the definition of it and all of that, whenever I am coaching or I am in a relationship with my son or whatever, my mool mantra is I am enough, you are enough, and together we are magic. So if you start to think that somebody else lacks what you have, or you lack and they fill you up, right? You know that the relationship becomes a dependent relationship and is not good for anybody. So you have to bring your fullness to the relationship. And who better to know this than you, right? As a self-love coach, if you're completely loving yourself, if you're completely with yourself, you will only spread what you have, right? If you can't love yourself, you can't love another person.
Ah, there you go. That's so true. That's so true. And so I just repeat her that what she said is understanding that the other person is also equals you in every level. It's like it's the uniqueness of the other person is complete and enough and like full, and so you are. So you see yourself like the other in every aspect, and that's an equal. And to have coaching, to do specially coaching with it's more like be making the other person so comfortable, because there is no judgment, there is no critic, because you're not adding anything, you're just uh, the answers are with the person, the questions are also with the person. We are just playing the game around, that's all.
Yes,
We
and
played
I love the
well.
game. And I love the game as well.
I love the game and we played very well. That's all.
And we played very well. Yes. Right on.
I think that was beautiful. So, audience, if you have any question regarding parenting or you want to know something more, do write. We are live on Facebook right now also. So, I have one more question for you, Anubha. I hope you are not scared of my questions.
I am थोड़ा easy सवाल पूछना.
Sure, sure, absolutely. Very easy question. Anuba, like in your experience so far, you have done so many cases. What is one case that you really enjoyed?
Me and my son.
Ah, all right. So I think every coach say the same thing. I think let's get some another case also after you and your son.
So it is like owning up to my own game. So if I'm not playing the same game that I'm asking other people to play, it's no fun. So for me, that relationship has truly been a beautiful journey into becoming who I have become now. And if we talk about transformation, Ira, when I changed my perspective, a lot changed. A lot changed in my relationship with him. So, and similarly, like you're saying, if you want to, know about another one, there's this beautiful child that I worked with, and she. So we're talking about a favorite, everybody's favorite, and I wouldn't judge, but this is the thing that comes topmost to my mind because it was a little different kind of situation. The child wanted to be a sports person, and the mother was a big academician, right? Like she herself was a lot into education and studies and all of that. So there was this little conflict between mera bacha pad nahi raha hai kind of thing. So what was most beautiful was that both of them came to me for coaching, and it was not just that I was coaching the child. The mother worked on herself, the child worked on herself. And will you believe it? Even during exams and before exams, the mother who used to like really feel scared that usko kahin bhi nahi jana. So that sports was treated as a punishment. कि अगर पढ़ेगी नहीं तो वहां नहीं जाएगी. It was like a reward and punishment system before that in their house. After that, there was so much of acceptance that okay, she has to go and she has to play. So even before an exam, if she had a match, she was encouraged to go and play. And trust me, she was doing very well there, and she started to do very well in her academics also.
Ah, so basically, the child liberation.
Yes,
That's so beautiful. That's
right.
beautiful. There is one more question. Sorry. So there is how to deal with indifferences of teens.
How to deal with indifference
Of teens.
of teens. Don't consider it as indifferent. Consider it more as them actually becoming their own self. They are also finding themselves. It's not that they're indifferent. If I'll just take my another case that or another situation, like I like to call it, is there's this friend who gets very disturbed because the child doesn't talk, and she's been working all her life, and the child usually will not come in. But the minute she's not there, like there'll be 10 calls on her phone, mama where are you, mama where are you. So it's not really indifferent. We make it feel that, or we start to feel that if they're not talking to us, they are being indifferent, but they're actually just trying to find their own space. And this is the age group when they are actually listening to their peers so much and are influenced by the peers so much. So if you really want to cut the ice and break the ice and have that indifference melt away and make a difference in this relationship, so to say, communicate.
Mhm. So the answer would be communicate.
Communicate from their level. Like it does not mean that you are not who you are, but communicate, like, we will tell them no piercing, no dyeing of hair, no coloring, no this, and allow them to experiment, like, right, and allow with small things and accept what they are doing. Once you are in that space of acceptance of each other, then the bigger things will also keep coming to you. Otherwise, there's this game of a hide and seek that starts to happen between parents and children. I find it a lot like Tom and Jerry.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think, and the way Anubha is speaking, it like was full of compassion. Like she is like actually listening to her makes you feel like yes, she is done and dusted with it.
What dusting career, भाई साहब.
Yeah.
So, like Ira, just to add to that, what you asked, and just to add, empathy is a great energy to bring into your relationship. It's not a tool, it's not a technique. It's just a way, it's an energy. If you are empathetic towards your children and respectful towards them, you will have a great communication and conversations.
Great. So it's like understand everybody. It's empathy and communication with
Absolutely.
both are needed. And Anubha, I think we should take this question. I was thinking to call it a day, but the question came. It's like how we encourage our child to play the games we used to play. Let's
My
go.
child has not even heard of Stapu. I used to play that a lot. See, so you can just ask him to explore the game. You can request him. You can tell them that, this is what mama used to play, or this is what daddy used to play. And we used to really have fun playing this. Would you want to try it? Give them a choice. If they don't like it, it's just a no. And it's not a no to you or your legacy or your cultural inheritance or whatever it is that you feel it's a no to. It's just a no. It's okay. He's not enjoyed it. Big deal.
Absolutely. So, and I think the again the idea is if the child doesn't see people playing it, how will it? After you start playing with.
Yeah, so have invite them, no? Invite them to play it. And it could be that you are keen on cricket and he's keen on tennis, and that's okay. I mean, you guys can either have, like, if he is completely off cricket, does not want to play at state level, national level, whatever it is, that just let it be, no? Allow him to play tennis. What's the big deal? So long as he's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, coming back to the same point, it's like saying and accepting no with
Yeah.
grace. To understand this, you need to have empathy in your communication, and to feel that in that communication, you need to feel that we are equal, right, Anua? And saying no, it's not about no to your legacy or to your culture or to you, but it is something that the other person doesn't feel like to. So I think this is one of the amazing conversation we had, and I think viewers can actually understand a lot from this, that why parenting coach is needed these days, because of the running cultural space, and people have in individuality, people have their own ideas, and they want those ideas to be implemented because they are not implementing themselves. And this is where parenting coach helps you to understand how you can have a more beautiful and enriching relationship with your child. So Anubha, like, do you do any workshops, or how viewers can connect to you or follow you to understand more about parenting?
So I have a website. Maybe you can share it in the comments. I have a website. I do one-on-one coaching, and I have some workshops upcoming for which you can log on to my page. My full name is Anubha Kathuria Bilani, and I have a page by the same name on Facebook, and I keep posting there a lot of stuff.
Great. So I think, viewers, you have Anubha on Facebook. You can follow her, and there, always remember. I will say to everyone that keep learning, because the more you will learn, the more you will shine like a diamond.
I know testing zaruri hai.
Polishing, continue polishing. You will keep shining. So just learn and learn and learn. And I like say this is a really important part of your well-being, because your relationship with your kids really matters to you. Even if you say it doesn't matter, but deep inside you know it does matter. So keep learning, keep upgrading yourself, and the more you upgrade, the more connection and happiness you'll feel. So thank you all the viewers for coming and joining us. And if you want to like learn specifically more on certain topic, help us write in, so that we can have that expert coming with us. So I will once again say thank you so much, Anubha, for coming as a guest to our show. And I'm so happy and so glad that the statement came out very well. To understand everything about parenting is have empathy in your communication with equality.
Perfect. You sum it up so beautifully, Ira. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anubha, for coming. And thank you, everyone. Take
Yeah, thank you everyone for the questions and insights, and that really helps. Thank you so much.
Thank
God bless you. God bless you.